Hey guys, back with another video, pickups video. Yeah, a type of video I don't usually do too often because I usually per month I buy only like one or two games. But for the month of January, I actually picked up enough games to do a pickups video. Not too many, but I guess enough to do a video. And I like to do these types of videos if I pick up a certain amount of games in a month. And yeah, this year I've been focusing. I'm not playing as many new releases, so I've kind of tried to get some older games that I've wanted to play. Although I tend not to collect so much like older games, like anything before like the DS. I don't really collect anymore. So I mainly focus on like newer systems, but still like games that are older. So yeah, let's get started. I don't think this video is gonna be too long, but yeah, just the games I picked up in January. And we'll start with Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13 for PS3 here. I've got the first two games on PS3, so I know there's a Steam version of this that came out fairly recently, but I wanted to get the whole trilogy on PS3. And this game, I've heard mixed things. In terms of gameplay, it's supposed to be actually pretty damn good in terms of like the battle system. And actually, Tri-Ace worked on this game. It's basically a Tri-Ace game, which is, I think, a little known fact about this game. And I've heard some people that I really trust with like JRPG opinions have said that this game is pretty underrated, actually. Like, apparently the story is garbage in this game, but the gameplay is supposed to be actually pretty damn good once you get into it. It's got a time limit, sort of like Majora's Mask, and that, I think, can drive some people away, but I think I could get into that. I think that'd be fine. I think this game might actually be pretty unique. I don't know when I'm going to play this. I hope to get through it this year at some point because it's one of the Final Fantasy games I would like to finish for my series review that I plan to do at some point. But this was pretty cheap, so I thought, I'm going to play this eventually. I might as well pick this up. And then the next game, another PS3 game, another Tri-Ace game actually, and that's Resonance of Fate. And this is a game I've been wanting to play for quite some time, and you can get this game for pretty cheap. I've heard from a few people that the story is not too good in this game, but the battle system is apparently like really complex. It's kind of like a gun-based battle system. It's very cinematic, and I've heard it takes a while to get used to it. There's a lot of different systems and mechanics here that you have to kind of understand, but once you get into it, apparently the battle system in this game is like amazing and really unique. So that's the reason why I wanted to play this, and I'm kind of a Tri-Ace fan. I've always kind of liked their games. Some of their games haven't been received all that well, but I think they've always kind of done some interesting games as far as gameplay goes. The Valkyrie Profile games I really need to play, but this is one of those RPGs on the PS3 that I've really wanted to play. So I thought, I might as well pick that up. I don't know if that's a game that will like kind of rise in price later. It might, maybe. I don't know. PS3 games you can get PS3 games for like really cheap right now. So I'm trying to get as many as I can. So yeah, the next game here for the Wii U is Shovel Knight. Still sealed. I haven't opened this yet, but I figured, you know what? I'm such a huge fan of this game. I played it when it came out on Steam. I think in 2014. But I wanted a physical copy of this game because it's a game I can see myself replaying many times because I really think this is like one of the best 2D platformers in like the last 5 years. Like this game is fucking incredible, and I feel like the Wii U is where this game is most at home. Maybe the 3DS. I can see the argument for the 3DS, but I actually would rather play it on the Wii U, and apparently out of all the physical copies you can get on the 3DS, PS4, I think that's it, and then Wii U. This is, I think, the version that's a bit hard to find, and it's going for a little more than full retail price. So I thought, you know what, let's get the Wii U version, and I would like to play it with the Wii U Pro controller, which I really like that controller. I like it actually better than the PS4 controller, at least for 2D platformers. But yeah, I thought Shovel Knight just reminds me of something that would have came out on like the Super Nintendo. So it's like, I feel like Shovel Knight fits on the Wii U, so that's where I grabbed it. Excited to dive into this game. I could have got the Shovel Knight amiibo, but I was like, I'm not too into amiibos. But I did definitely want to pick up this game, so I'm glad I finally got that. Now we got a 3DS game, the only new release here actually, the only new release in January that I picked up. February there's not too much either. But that game is Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, a red case here, which is kind of doesn't fit in with the other 3DS games, but whatever. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this series, the Mario and Luigi series, the Mario RPGs in general, and I've only put in a few hours so far, but it's fantastic. I love this game so far. The battle system is so much fun, like always, and Paper Mario actually adds some interesting quirks to the battle system. I'll talk about that later when I do like a review of this game, because this is the game I'm currently playing. But yeah, so far it's the writing is quite funny. The soundtrack's pretty good. I really like what Paper Mario adds to the Mario and Luigi series, and it's a whole lot of fun. If you really have enjoyed these games in the past, I highly recommend picking this up. I've been having a fantastic time with it. And now a DS game, which a DS is actually a system I'm trying to collect more for, and unfortunately I sold a lot of my DS games like a year or two ago. And I don't have many left, and there's a lot that I would like to get back, and I really regret selling. Most notably, the Dragon Quest games. I had like Dragon Quest 4, 6, and 9, and 4 and 9 you can still get fairly easily. You have to pay a little bit. You have to pay a decent amount for them, but Dragon Quest 6. For some strange reason, that game has skyrocketed in price, and it's like impossible to find. It's like going for like 80 plus on eBay, and even more since I'm in Canada. So yeah, that's going to be a bitch to find that game again. And I had that game, and I don't know, that was really stupid selling most of my DS games. I had Sola Torobo. I thought I kept that. I had like the box set that Xseed put out, and I can't find it, so I guess I sold it. Very unfortunate. I wish I didn't do that, because the DS is one of those systems. Like a lot of the retro systems, like I can just like get those games on Virtual Console and like PlayStation Network. But the DS, I like to have those games physically, and I'd like to collect for that system. Some of the games I'm fine with having sold. I had some really like expensive rare games like My World My Way, which was a game that looked kind of interesting, but you know what? It's not a big deal that I sold that one, but there's some games like the Dragon Quest games where I'm just like, I'm kind of kicking myself for selling those because I got to get them back. But that leads me to talk about this game, Hotel Dusk, which I actually did not have this game before. I just picked up this. There's this friggin' sticker. I've been trying to get this off and I can't get it off, but I'll have to get that off later. But a visual novel that's apparently really good. It's always looked quite interesting to me, and you can find this for pretty cheap. Luckily, EB Games in my town still sell DS games with cases and manuals. This is complete, or at least I think it is. Yeah, it's got the manual in there, but they still sell complete DS games. There's some DS games that are in generic cases, but I'm definitely trying to get complete DS games, and luckily they had this for very cheap. It was like $5. But I'm definitely planning on playing this soon. It's unfortunate we didn't get the sequel of sorts, Last Window, I think it's called. It only came out in Europe and, of course, Japan. And, of course, 3DS. I know the DS is region-free, I think, but 3DS is not. I don't have an original DS. Maybe I'll have to get one at some point. But, yeah, this always looked like a pretty intriguing game. I like visual novels quite a bit, and this looks like one of the better ones. Quite a few of them on the DS, because I think visual novels are best on the dual screen there. So yeah, we have that, and then the final game, yeah, not too many games, but definitely enough for a video. 3DS game, another 3DS game. It came out not too long ago in 2014, towards the end of 2014, and that's Stella Glow. This is the launch edition here. Comes with a song, music CD, poster, some charm. But this is one of those games that when this game came out, everyone that I followed was saying this game was fucking amazing. I didn't hear a single negative thing about this game, and that kind of surprised me because the developer, Image Epoch, it's their last game. They went out of business, and they've made some pretty successful games as far as like critical praise goes. The Luminous Arc games, which are kind of like precursors to this one, those got pretty good reviews. But they also put out stuff like Time and Eternity, which most people just seem to hate. And then ArcRay's Fantasia, which has kind of got like a mixed reception. But this, like, everyone seems to just love this game. It seems like a very accessible strategy RPG. And having just finished Final Fantasy Tactics, I'm craving strategy RPGs lately. I feel like I've finally gotten into this genre, and I think this is going to be a good one to play. It's apparently quite long, too, a lot of content. Apparently the story is pretty good, so I figured, you know what, I might as well pick this up and I wanted to make sure I got this launch edition since it was pretty cool. And yeah, my local EB Games had this sitting on the shelf, and they didn't have it on the actual shelves. Like, it was behind the counter. So, like, most people would probably not even know that they had this for sale. It's really weird. There's a lot of games that they have just, like, behind the counter like that. A bunch of, like, Wii games, like sealed Wii games, and even DS games. Like, it's really weird. I always found that kind of weird. And this was just sitting there on the back shelf. I was like, hey, can I get that Stella Glow there? And it was the last copy they have. This is starting to get a little hard to find, this boxed copy, but yeah, very much looking forward to playing this and seeing what this is all about. I'm pretty sure I'll like this game. But that's it. Those are all the pickups. What did you guys pick up in January? Did you pick up many games? Did you pick up any older games? What about DS games? I'm kind of in a DS mode. Or do you guys, can you think of any DS games that I might want to look for? It's getting harder to find DS games now. A couple of years ago, I found like all these amazing DS games, but now the selection is getting pretty limited, and I really don't want to have to go on eBay. But I don't know. I'm kind of in a DS collecting mood for whatever reason. But yeah, those are all the games I picked up. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.